With the New Orleans Pelicans season virtually being over, it's time to start looking towards the future. Are we looking at Cooper Flagg, Dylan Harper, or Ace Bailey? We're going to break that down right now in the Pelicans Scoop. Cue my music.
This is the Pelicans Scoop with Jordan Kitchens, breaking down everything under the sun about your New Orleans Pelicans. Smash that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to stay on top of your Pels content. Now, running point, here's Jordan.
What is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another edition of the Pelicans Scoop. I am your host with the most, Jordan Kitchens, and ladies and gentlemen, it's time to keep talking hypotheticals. Yay! Are you excited? Unfortunately, this team hasn't really given us much to talk about the now and the present tense of what they can do to make a playoff push or anything of that nature. So right now, the Pelicans, the Pelican fan base, the Pelicans brass, the 112-man band, we are on to mock draft season. Oh, we have been relegated to mock draft season. So, ladies and gentlemen, I broke down in my video yesterday. If you haven't seen that, stop what you're doing. Go watch that. So I broke down in that. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Stop this video. Go watch that one first. So I'm basically breaking down what do the Pelicans need to do now moving forward that can kind of salvage their season in a sense, because you're not going to make a play-in run, thank God. So you're not going to, that means so you're not in the same cycle. I'm happy that's over with. All right, you ask me, I'm happy they're not making. If you wasn't going to be one of the 6 teams to make a playoff spot and you were going to be in a play-in again, that was going to be a fail of a season to me regardless. So thank God the worst case scenario happened and you punted on the season basically, and we're looking towards 2025, 2026. And with that being said, the Pelicans are in prime position to get a game franchise changing type of player. And I said in the video yesterday, like I said, go watch that video. But a lot of you guys already watched that video, that the Pelicans cannot have a pick lower than 3. Anything between 4 through 10 is a fail of a season. Simple as that. Even the season's already failed, but that's even more detrimental to everything is that you did all that and tanked Zion minute restriction your way to the end of the season, and you end up getting a 4th, 5th, 6th pick. Like, I will come on this camera and I might drink a bottle of bleach. I will drink a bottle of bleach if the Pelicans get a pick lower than 4. If they get a pick lower than 3, I just got to end it, because I'm the problem. I'm the common denominator. I am the problem then at that point. So regardless of the fact, we are looking at your Dylan Harpers, your Cooper Flaggs, and Ace Baileys. I'm not going to sit there and look at anybody else. We are worried about the top 3. And what does those 3 each individually bring to this Pelicans team and how would they fit? So I'm going to break that down all together right now. Also, in the video yesterday, I did give a disclaimer where I was like, I had this little wild theory where I just am fully bought into that the Utah Jazz are going to end up with the number 1 pick and they're going to end up sending Cooper Flagg to Utah. Great white hope. Utah's been Danny Ainge has been trying to get some type of generational talent guy to Utah since Donovan Mitchell left. He's been hoarding picks and doing these moves, and he's been trying to draft guys that, ain't there yet, but trying to get there, with Collier, who's really nice, and Keontae George and Walker Kessler. So you can see what they're trying to build. Well, Flipabowski, whatever his name is, Fliptowski from Duke, who's there too. So in my mind, I just think the Utah Jazz are just going to be they are going to show you how to tank, how it's done professionally. Watch the Utah Jazz from now until the end of the season and just watch this masterful tank job that they do. They are not messing around. They missed out on Wemby. They are not messing around this time around. They are going to do everything in their power to secure Cooper Flagg to Utah because, like I said, there is no superstars or nobody wants to go play in Utah. I mean, nobody wants to go play in New Orleans apparently. So it's hand in hand. So I'm going to break Cooper down probably second. But first, who I think will be the best fit for the Pelicans right now, especially dealing with your starting point guard that is out for the foreseeable future with a torn Achilles and maybe might come back January, February of 2026. So you are back at square one with no point guard, and I think you can feel that need right now with slotted in at Dylan Harper from Rutgers. Now, granted, with Dylan Harper, when he's on, he's on. When he's off, he's off. That's my biggest gripe with Rutgers would have to be is just they're not a good program. You don't really think historically of Rutgers as like, Duke where Cooper Flagg is at. So they're not just because him and Ace have the same problem with I dislike about Rutgers. Like I said, when they're on, they are on, but when they are off, they are off. But Dylan Harper will fit in immediately. He's a 6'6" guard, point guard, but he's not necessarily the playmaker type of point guard that a DeJounte Murray, could say. I hate to call him a Scoot Henderson, but Scoot Henderson's been playing some really good ball down the stretch. He's a little bit bigger than Scoot Henderson. People can be like, but it's the athletic ability, the confidence. I get it. You have to be really, if you're going to be a one and done freshman, even to be talked about as a top 3 pick in the NBA, you got to be confident. But his confidence exudes. You can tell, his dad, like I said, is a Hall of Fame player, but Ron Harper that played on the 90s Bulls. So he comes from great pedigree. Like Dylan Harper right now is averaging 18 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, steal. He's shooting 47% from the field, 32 from 3 at 5 attempts a game basically from 3. So, I wish his 3 was a little bit higher, but that's decent. Like, you can work with that. It ain't like he's shooting in the 29, 28%, something crazy. So you can work with that. 73% from the free throw line. Will like that a lot higher since you're a guard. But like I said, you see what he can be. But really, it was more tantalizing that he's 6'6". So think about a lineup. You have 6'6" Dylan Harper, probably C.J. McCollum, unless you get off C.J. McCollum. In a perfect world, you get off C.J. McCollum in the offseason, but you're working with David Griffin. Do not sit there and put all your eggs in your basket thinking C.J. McCollum will be off this basketball team. You'll be sadly mistaken. Learn something from this BI situation. So you're looking at Dylan Harper, C.J. What are you going to do about Herb? Herb off the bench? Or finally, you can't even put C.J. on the bench right now. So Herb off the bench, Trey at the 3, Zion at the 4, Misi at the 5. I like that lineup a lot. That is a good day one lineup with Dylan Harper slotted in. Now, if you look past Dylan Harper and his counterpart, his other teammate, Ace Bailey, probably the biggest wild card out of the 3, because Ace Bailey's either going to be really freaking good or really freaking average. I'm not gonna say no. He might be kind of bad. I'm going to tell you why. Now, if we're going to talk from a pure shot-making aspect, Ace Bailey's the best out of the 3. Now, granted, he's not really creating much separation with his shots, but he's a hard shot taker. He's a hard shot maker. My only gripe with Ace Bailey is that he's very tunnel vision. Granted, that's what happens when you're playing at Rutgers. You don't really have the talent around you to really make you like a Cooper Flagg. Like Cooper Flagg, like Duke, they playing the same. Like, they're going to swing the ball around. Like Rutgers is like Dylan, Ace, try and save us. But his shot selection's a little iffy because in the NBA, he's like, if I had to compare like the lazy argument for Ace Bailey is like he's Kevin Durant. He's like 6'10", but I don't think he takes like Kevin Durant is an efficient shooter. Kevin Durant is an efficient, smart IQ. I'm gonna get to my spot. I'm not taking stupid shots like pump fake, one dribble right into my spot. Like Kevin Durant is an assassin. He's not Kevin Durant-esque. Really, when I get a lot from Ace Bailey, what I think about Ace Bailey, he's like Carmelo Anthony without a championship run at Syracuse. Because, Carmelo kind of learned how to be a team player, how to play in a team, like be a winner. Like Ace Bailey's just like, he's just wild. He's a super wild card, man. But when he's on, he's on. But when he's off, he's off. Like the other night, I think Ace Bailey had 8 points, 2 boards. That's it. And he shot 10. It was like 5 for 15, 5 for 16. No assists. Like he has had multiple games where he has no assists. So he's not even looking to pass the ball. He's looking to get a shot. So if Ace Bailey goes, so the reason why I said he's either going to be really freaking good or really freaking bad is because depending on which team he goes to, if he goes to a franchise that is a good coach that can sit there and scheme up ways where he can get to his shot and, build his confidence as the season goes on, he's going to be really good. But if he starts in the franchise where, the coach is not really making him a focal point and we're not really trying to, y'all see it all the time where guys go into the wrong teams and stuff like that and their careers are never panning out. You're like, man, how does this guy end up being a bust? Because he went to a team that just didn't know how to utilize him. So if he goes to a team like that, and that's kind of scary because it might be the Pelicans, that we would be that team that just doesn't know how to utilize him because you already have so many wings. You already have Zion, you already have Trey, you already have Herb. You're trying to find ways to fit guys in. So where does he fit in? You're trying to keep Bruce Brown, like, well, Javonte Green, like, you don't know. You're like, I think that would be the worst case scenario where Ace Bailey ended up on the Pelicans. Like, this is just not the team for him. He needs to go to like the Wizards or something. He'll be perfect. Like go do that in Washington. But I really don't like the fit with Ace Bailey. But I will accept Ace Bailey with open arms because we need also the Pelicans need scoring. Simple as that. When Zion's not playing, I mean, even when he's out there, like you seen in these last 10 games, you still need scoring. Still, because you're down Brandon Ingram. CJ McCollum had a personal injury, personal whatever. But regardless of the fact you're dealing with the Pelicans, somebody's gonna be out. So you need scoring. Oh, I didn't tell y'all Ace stats real quick. So to wrap Ace up, Ace is averaging 18 points right now, 7.4 rebounds, and 1.2 assists, a steal, and a block. He's shooting 46% from the field goal, shooting 36% from three. I like that, 36% from three at 4.7 attempts per game, so decent clip. But my biggest gripe, what I'm looking at, is he's shooting 69.6% from the free throw line. That is god awful. If you're going to be a high level scorer in the NBA, there's no way in hell you can be shooting 69% and think you're going to be successful. Like that's like a center. That's like I think Zion might be shooting right around that lower. I think we wish Zion was shooting 69%. So I don't like that at all. You can be an extremely great scorer in the NBA, especially already have the skill set to be a scorer if you can just make your free throws, i.e. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Joel Embiid, Jalen Brunson, James Harden, Trae Young, Trey Murphy. Like if you can just make your free throws, Kevin Durant, like you will be a great scorer in the NBA. So that's a little alarming, but that can also be worked on. That's not nothing that can't be worked. All these guys' games can be worked on. So the final piece that everybody's probably watching this video is Cooper Flagg. Now Cooper Flagg out of the two is the best. It's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He's the most consistent. He's last night they just played Virginia. He had like 18, 14, and they blew them out. They blew them out. Like so, he's the best. He's the most ready. He's the most plug and play. Let's get busy. Let's get jiggy. Cooper Flagg, the main. What is the main event? The main event. But unfortunately, I think he will go to the Utah Jazz. But like I said, let's just hypothetically speak if he does come to the Pelicans. So Cooper Flagg this season is averaging. Give me 1 second. Cooper Flagg is averaging 19 points. 19.7 points, so damn near 20. 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 1.6 steals, 1.2 blocks, shooting 48% from the field, shooting 36% from three at 3.9 attempts. I'm okay, still okay. He's shooting 36%. That's good. But he's shooting 81% from the free throw line, unlike Ace Bailey. So across the board, Cooper Flagg's stats, you're just like, oh, even when you watch the game, he's extremely good, man. And I would be extremely joyous if the Pelicans land this guy because he can be one of those, like, I'm a little biased against having more Duke people on the team, man. Duke players have kind of scored this franchise a little bit. So, adding another one to the mix is, from your Austin Rivers and, Brandon Ingrams and Zion, we don't really, but we need him. Simple as that. And I think he's not even 18 yet. He's like 17. So we need this guy. I mean, now the question would be, is he going to play the 4 if he was on Pella? Let's just assume. So I don't know who the point guard would be because you still need that unless you move CJ to the 2. I just guess they'll probably run out CJ at the 1, Herb at the 2. Just thought about that. Trey. So would you go CJ at the 1, Trey at the 2, Cooper Flagg at the 3, or Zion at the 3? I'm okay with that, or Zion. So interchange him and Zion at the 3 or 4. Okay, and Misi at the 5. I mean, you got to figure something out with the point guard spot, but feelings will get hurt with that lineup, regardless of the fact. Somebody's going to have to bite the bullet. Somebody needs to go. If you do land Cooper Flagg, it will be amazing. It will actually put butts in seats. But I think Dylan Harper is where this team needs to go because DeJounte is not coming off an ACL, MCL, PCL, meniscus. No, he's coming off an Achilles tear. Those are career enders. Only person I really seen even beat that is what? Kevin Durant. Like really shake back from a Achilles tear. Everybody else put you under from like your Boogie Cousins and I think Ricky Rubio tore his Kobe. Kobe tore his Achilles. So it's career zapper. But Cooper Flagg would make you the most ready to go. I think Dylan Harper is the best fit. And Ace Bailey, at the end of the day, is worst case scenario. Is a project, but you need all the time that you can get. So let me know what you guys think out of those 3 guys. Who do you guys think is the best fit for the Pelicans? Obviously, we all think it's Cooper. I just don't think they're going to land it. I don't think we're going to get blessed with the number 1 pick. I'm just so firmly believing he will be in Utah. I don't know. I don't know. So y'all let me know, man, what you guys think. Let me know, man. I'm out. Peace.